Jenkins 5-part mini course. Module 1, Installing Jenkins. So in this course we're going to look at what Jenkins is, and we're going to get Jenkins installed so that we're ready and set up for subsequent modules. So first then, what is Jenkins? Jenkins is an open source, free process automation tool that allows you to automate lots of different processes. Processes that you find yourself carrying out manually on a day-to-day basis. But from a tester's perspective, Jenkins is not just about automating processes. We can use it for kicking off automated test runs, setting up environments, collating test results, and providing a level of reporting. Let's take an example then. Jenkins has this concept of jobs. And let's take each of these 3 yellow squares as a job. And we can configure those jobs to run through a number of steps. So we might have job 1 that's set up to do the install of our application that's under test. We might set up another job then that runs our automated tests. And we might set up a 4th job that collates all of our test results. What we can then do, once we've configured these jobs, is chain them. So when we've done the app install, we trigger the run of the tests. When we've done the run of the tests, we collate all of the test results and report on those. So each of these is set up as a job in Jenkins, and when we run those jobs, we get a build or a test run or an instance of those jobs as they're executed. So we run this the first time, and we might get build or run 1 of the app install. And when that completes, it runs the tests, and we get build 1 or run of the tests. And that might trigger the collation of the test results, and that gives us build 1 of the collation of the test results. And that goes on each time we do the install of the app. We get another build or run, and we repeat each of those jobs with runs or builds or executions as many times as we need them. So let's get Jenkins installed, and from there we can see this principle of jobs and builds in practice. I've set up an AWS server, I've installed Chrome, and I'm viewing the page https://jenkins.io, and from here we can click on the download link. And on the download page we see a number of options for downloading install packages. And what we want to do is identify the long-term support packages and find the install package for our particular platform. I'm on Windows. Download the zip file. And once that's downloaded, we unpack the zip file. And we extract the install package, the MSI file. When we double click on the MSI install package file, we'll be stepped through a wizard, and Jenkins makes this really simple. We install it to the program files Jenkins directory, click on the install button, and Jenkins proceeds with the install for us. Once that's complete, click on the finish button, and it is really that simple. Jenkins opens in your browser, and the initial start page is displayed for Jenkins automatically. And from here we can log into Jenkins and complete the install. However, first thing it needs though is the admin password. That admin password you will find in the install directory for Jenkins. So if you browse to program files, x86, in this instance Jenkins, and then navigate to the secrets directory, you'll find a file in there called initial admin password. We'll open Notepad quickly. And in Notepad we can see what that initial admin password is. So copy that, Paste that into the initial administrator password box, click on continue. And from here we get two options: install the suggested plugins or install your own selected set of plugins. Jenkins comes as a base install, and from there are hundreds of thousands of plugins that do different little jobs for you. And in this initial install, we're just going to go for the install suggested plugins option. And from here, you'll see a progress bar indicating the status of all those plugins that we're installing, and you can see here it's installing plugins called folders, timestamp, pipeline, git, etc, etc. We'll wait for that to finish, and once the install is complete, we set up our first user. I'll set it up as Billy with a password of click on the save and continue. Confirm the Jenkins install URL, which is fine for what we need, and click on start using Jenkins. And from here we're up and running with Jenkins already. We've got the basic install, we've got our first account created, and we're ready to start building jobs that will help us with our test process automation. So in the next modules we'll start looking at running tests over and over to help improve stability from Jenkins. We'll look at test environment setup and monitoring. We'll look at rerunning failed automated tests automatically. And in the last module, we'll look at running data-driven tests with a Matrix project plugin we can add to Jenkins. See you in the next session.
Learn more at automatedtesting.com.